This is Practical Prince. Today we're doing talk and tarot, so go ahead and drop your questions into the chat, the comments. Yeah. We'll just be doing as many as we can within the next little bit. So, sorry for the late start, but it is what it is. Let me go ahead and get our lighting. Ding. Hey, Lavina. I'm good. How are you? Excellent. That's not fun. So both aspects, physical and mental. Okay. Well, we'll see what we get. Okay. It's just not that strong. Let's see. Okay, so um, physical, that's what this card is going to speak to. This is speaking to an influence. Um, sorry, well, a mental influence. So this is probably the source of the trouble we're having on that end. We've got the Hermit on the physical, and we've got Seven of Wands for the influence, which is interesting. And we might want to read on these. Well, sorry, read the guides just to get real certain. But the Hermit, there's definitely a sense of isolation going on. Usually with the Hermit, it's intentional. You're seeking wisdom, more or less, trying to develop yourself. But as far as applying that to your physical situation, yeah, that's leaning more towards the cause rather than the solution. So if you've been away from people, I guess, if you've been apart, um, you'll want to reconnect and get out. Uh, yes, Rowan, go ahead and ask your question. I'll finish with Livina first. Um, okay, but yeah, basically socialize to a certain extent. Um, and I don't know that you need to go overboard on this, but it does need to be more than whatever you're currently doing. This is suggesting you're a little too withdrawn. Seven of Wands is usually a good card to get. It deals with, in a sense, adventure, um, but um, basically pushing through and having success. Now, for that to be the source of your trouble, really feels like it's just unfamiliar territory. Yeah. So then, as far as how to deal with that, I mean, saying you should be more resilient is probably too generic and bland. What would be the right way to address that? Because there's more than just one thing. Um, you could certainly try tackling them one at a time, but I'm not getting a strong sense that that's the resolution. Um, Prioritizing really does seem to be the solution here. Um, and that's not to say, obviously, you could go one by one and really just focus on the one thing at a time. Um, but really, what that prioritizing does here is highlight what's more important and what's less. You could still have your top three that you work on, um, but yeah, you're definitely trying to do too many things at once. Okay. And if yoga takes the stress off, then maybe that's worth it. For some people, that's just another thing added to the list. So make sure you're getting the better out of that deal if you do sign up for that. Um, but yeah, this would suggest itemize the things that you're doing or dealing with. and then just focus on the really important ones. Like, top 3 is not a bad way of doing it. If you really wanna go one by one, that's fine. Um, that can sometimes be inflexible, though, because there's usually more than one important thing, well, and you obviously have many, but we're trying to get focus on just a few at a time to get our best effort at it. So that's what we've got there. Um, blah, blah. What's next for me in love? If I can get a sense of time, I'll let you know. It is open-ended on that front, but it's usually not so useful to learn about stuff that's years in the future. So if I get that sense of timing, I'll let you know. Which deck? Oh, you also get Destiny deck. It's okay. I'll need a minute to find the cards anyways. So. Let's see. Sure. I'll just do that after Rona. Let me just post this in. Okay. I think that's everything. Let me make sure I got all the cards. Yes, Lavina, I'm getting your comments. Or at least I'm getting some of them. You should see them on the video if I'm getting them. So, okay. Okay, that one is very soon. Are these separate things? Yeah, go ahead and ask your question. Just once I'm done with the others, I'll do yours. Feels like resolution. Okay, and then what's this detail? Oh, congrats. Must be nice finally having that freedom. Reaction is the better way to put that one. It's reacting to this. This is a detail on what's going on here. And then do we have a sense of time? Not really, not on that part. And that one we do. Anything else we know before we flip? Okay. So this one, this is happening in less than a month, as far as I can tell. Weeks would be the better frame. Um, this one's happening soon, and that's got a person involved. This also has a person involved. I don't know when this stuff is happening. I couldn't get the sense of time on that. It's definitely after. I just don't know when, and maybe that's because this relationship will take as long as it needs. But this is a person. This is a reaction um, to the end of that relationship, or something to that effect. Maybe just a reaction to that relationship. But it is after. Whether or not this involves another person, I'm not sure. Um, we might get a better sense when we flip. It might just be a personal reaction. Um, this is a detail, speaking to the bridge here. Um, what's connecting these in a sense. So that's what we know so far. Two of Cups. That's great. Queen of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. And then up there we've got Ten of Wands. Okay. So Two of Cups, this is great for relationships. Um, we've got notes of love and peace. Um, like, this is good. That's positive. I don't know that there's much more to say on that. It doesn't help me figure out who the person is, but that's the nature of the relationship. And again, we're expecting this probably within a few weeks. Um, now this Queen of Pentacles, I tend to think of this one as the mother archetype more so than other queens. Um, and so this might be moving into motherhood. Whether or not it's the same relationship here, I'm not quite sure. I can't tell. Um, but there's definitely motherhood in the future. Following that, there's the Three of Pentacles. This one, especially in this particular deck, is known as the Architect. This one deals more with planning. Um, you're being more intentional. You're also having more success because you're being diligent in planning. Um, as far as the connection between these, the Ten of Wands, there's a sense of accomplishment, um, of mastery in a sense. The um, the caveat here is that there's baggage that's been picked up on the way. Um, it would be like having training wheels when you know how to ride a bicycle. Um, so we need to, or we ought to, let those go in order to, well, really be the master. And so I'm thinking this is probably the bridge between when you marry and then when you actually have children and, well, have that responsibility going on. So this, let me see. This is definitely a new relationship. I don't know if they're a new person to you, Um, this wouldn't be an ex. Um, you've already had a relationship with them, but yeah. So that's a new relationship. I don't know if this includes a new relationship or if this is just an evolution of the existing one. I just don't have a sense of when this comes in and kicks into effect. Any other questions, Rara? Did that clear it up? Um, I mean, at worst, this would be low toxicity. This is Two of Cups speaks to a more classic relationship, lovey-dovey sort of stuff. Um, Now, that obviously can have its issues, like love being blind and stuff like that. Toxicity, I don't think is really something you'll need to worry about. As far as serious and stable, I'm not sure. Again, I don't know if this is the relationship that will lead to motherhood and thereon, um, just because I don't have a connection between these. Um, Obviously, at this point, stuff starts getting stable um, in the traditional marriage sort of sense. Um, but yeah, um, depends on what you mean by successful. This will be a good relationship. I don't know if it's going to be your last relationship, your last romantic relationship. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and highlight our next question. So we're checking on the yoga teacher, and then um, that's Joe. Yeah, Joe Aries. You'll be after Livina. So get that shuffled back in. Okay. Back to visions. That's okay. This one tends to get a lot of the questions. I'm kind of surprised we had so much destiny already. Okay. That's that, okay, yeah. Yep, and it's just the yes no. So classic combination to get us the answer. High Priestess, King of Pentacles, Two of Swords. Let me double check on the two. The rest are pretty positive, but I think that one might have a trump effect. Okay. So the Two of Swords would say that we don't know the answer. Um, And I wish we could read off the others, but we just didn't get that sort of inspiration. We were just getting the yes no, and with that, um, that's really what it comes out to. We don't know. So yeah, wish I could help you further with that, but it's a gamble at this point. So, yeah. All right, Joey's mother's health improve. Let's see what deck. Yeah, getting Prism again. Okay. And just because of how you asked the question, um, it's a typical yes no. So we should get something similar to what Lavina just got. At least as far as the format goes. You're obviously getting your own cards. Okay, yeah. Make sure we got them. And then do we have meaning these as well? Okay. Lavina, for your yoga question, it was we don't know. Yeah. Okay. These two contain some extra information in addition to the yes no. The combination will give us the yes no. Queen of Chalices, Page of Swords, Knight of Chalices. Very positive stuff. So, answer is yes. Knight of Chalices, this deals with a roller coaster. So, I wouldn't say it's all peachy from here. It deals with ups and downs with the Knight of Chalices. It recommends just to hold on, though. Ride it out. Enjoy the ride, in a sense. Enjoy the journey. Queen of Chalices indicates, well, an ability to handle emotions well. That's probably the best way to put it. Emotional stability. When there's tough times, it doesn't destroy you mentally before destroying you physically. You can respond well and be wise about it. So it seems like she's in a pretty good position. You might want some of the Queen of Chalices just to help make yourself more resilient. But yeah, this is all positive stuff as far as her health and healing. No problem. Excuse me. I would be guessing YouTube is a little slow, although most of the other people have been on YouTube, and that hasn't seemed to be an issue. Let's go ahead and pop that. I'll just do a little checking Excel. It's probably just slow, Lavina. I'm not really seeing. It looks like all your chats are coming through. It's probably just timing. Okay. And we're all caught up, so if any of you have been thinking, wondering if you should ask your question, feel free. Or you can just chat. That's all good too. It is talk and time. So. I guess I didn't do my time killing stuff, so I'll go ahead and shuffle some of the decks we haven't used yet. So that's Cosmo. This is Lost Forest. highlight edition of Lucine. This is the midnight edition of the same. All right. Well, that catches us up on that end of things. So we'll chill for a little bit, but if we don't have anything to talk about, that's okay. I did start pretty late, so I feel bad. I mean, we've still got YouTube and Twitch, but I think Facebook only gives me so long to actually start the event. So I think those people are missing out today. I'll just have to do better about hitting the time I plan. Yep, I think we'll call that a day. So, hope you're doing great. Have a wonderful weekend, and until